So I'm here with Scott Babbage. Scott, you're a bit of an eternal bridesmaid of these World Championships, aren't you? You seem to have done almost everything apart from win one.
Almost. I've had a couple of top tens, or I think I started off with a second and have been progressively going backwards since then. So
nice strategy.
Yeah.
But you're going to surprise people. I mean, you're pretty well prepared this year, aren't you? I've seen you out practicing a lot down in Rose Bay, and apart from the fact you've taken on the regatta organiser role, which probably isn't that helpful, in every other way you seem pretty prepared.
Yeah, I think my boat's going well, and hopefully it all holds together. It's pretty reliable at this stage. I put a new boat on the water in only December, so it's all looking good at this stage.
And I mean, the class had a huge curveball, didn't it, with these wing masts, wing sails, wing mast, and a combination of the two.
Yep.
It seems fairly clear now that you're allowed to have them for this regatta, but it looks like only one person will. And we saw that one come to a bit of a crash today, didn't we? So, your personal view. Do you expect to see, and do you want to see, a bunch of wing sail moths at the next World Championship, or do you not really care, or what's your view?
It's a tough one, because I've been, during the whole process, I'm on both the exec and I'm the national president of Australia, and running this regatta, so it was sort of a conflict in a lot of ways to work out what the best path was, not only for this event, but going forward. I think in terms of sort of practicality and ease of use of the moth in its current form, it's perfectly easy. Like you say, we've got our boats at Wallara and we can go down and rig up by ourselves in 15 minutes and launch the boat by ourselves, and it's very simple. And that's one of the appealing things of the boat over something like a skiff, which I also saw, which takes 3 guys and a couple of hours to put together, and there's a whole rigmarole. And I think a wing may be leading us back towards something a little bit more difficult than what sailing a moth is about. Although it is brilliant and the technology is fantastic, I'm not sure that it's the way to go.
But putting your various official hats aside, you personally, what do you personally want? Do you want to see it as the way forward for the class? So this time next year, do you want to have 1 or 2 wing masts in the back of your car, or not?
No, I don't. No.
You don't?
No, not really.
So if it was up to you, if it was a single one-person vote, you'd go, yep, but we ain't going to do it.
No.
Is that right?
No, not really. But I'm generally pretty conservative, but that's probably where I'd end up. I mean, if it goes down the route that we're going to have the wings and we're going to modify the class rules permanently to allow them, then I'll buy one. I'll buy 2, or whatever.
Won't put you
whatever
on
it
the
takes.
boat.
No.
So you'll see what
the
happens.
boats are so much fun, and I've been campaigning them at the top level in the last 4 Worlds, so I'll come back and keep doing that. But I'd prefer not to have to.
No, I'm sure. So here we are at Belmont. It's mostly an inland lake, isn't it? But it does open out to the sea.
Yep.
And there's been a little bit of chat about some large bits of wildlife out in the water.
Yep.
Sharks.
Sharks.
What's the? I mean, you're the official organiser. What would it take for you to stop people going out in the water?
I don't know. We haven't really planned for that contingency. Let's just hope it doesn't.
I mean,
happen.
everyone's kind of being light-hearted about it, but I mean, there is a serious issue to this, isn't it? I mean, shark attacks are for real in Australia, and there have been some sightings. I spoke to Bora only half an hour ago, who said he'd had to navigate his way around 1 or 2.
Yeah.
They're not all friendly, are they? These sharks.
I mean, I've never seen one personally. Doesn't mean they're not there. What can you do? You can't plan for every eventuality. You just have to take it as it comes.
Well, hopefully nothing too bad will happen on that front.
Exactly.
And this regard, clearly you're here to win it. Who would you predict, if you don't win it, who would be the 3 people that you bet your mortgage on being in that top 3?
I think it's probably the same 3 that everyone is sort of picking. Nathan Outridge obviously is incredibly good. Tom Slingsby is incredibly fast, especially when the wind gets up. And Joe Turner is really well polished. So those 3 guys, they all sail together. I think they're looking like the 1, 2, 3.
So you don't think the Americans are going to be able to bust into that?
No.
And the same with the rest of the Europeans? It's just made too off-season for them, do you think? Or they just haven't worked as hard at it? What do you think?
Yeah, probably the Australians have got a bit of a march on them in terms of preparation, and maybe their equipment's a little bit more refined. Maybe they've been focusing on just getting their kit working well rather than on something like a wing, which has taken a lot of focus away for Bora and Bear, and maybe they haven't just evolve their standard kit, look for the little gains in what they have. So I think that's probably where the Aussie guys are looking good.
Excellent. Well, thanks for your time, Scott, and best luck this week. Maybe this will be the real one for you.
Maybe.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you.